everybody! Sorry about that. Ava was doing her little song and dance, like, immediately when I said I was going to go live. Oh, I swear they know. They know. You know what else she knows? It's tea time. Ava, come on out. Come on out. I know it's cold out there. Come on. Come on, baby. What, is the gavel scaring you? I'll put it over here. Come on. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. What do you think I'm going to do with it? Is it just noisy? Oh, golly, come on out. Jeez. There. Show the world your pretty face. Everybody loves you. You're such a good girl. Mama's girl. Hello, Jerry Matthew Boyd. I'm so glad you got power back on. Hello, Buzzy Pug. We are family. Hello, C-Rex. We're going with salmon today. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, you just slobbered all over my arm. Ah, yucky. Oh, I love her. Oh, that was a bad one. That was just the joys of having a dog. Hold on, I gotta disinfect myself now. It's not my fault. You're slobbery. Oh, thank you very, very much for doing that. Hello, Sobe Liz. I haven't seen you in a while. I'm so happy to see you. How's work going? Hello, Joey Big Donuts. I would love that. I cannot get pennies anymore, and it's making me so mad. You know how frustrating it is to just want rolls of pennies and absolutely no bank will give them? I have, started asking some obscure businesses to give me change back in penny rolls. Only a couple have done it. Hello, Auntie M. Hello, Sir Philip. Oh, goodness. I've been there. I remember when I first started streaming and I was using that laptop that had the terrible, terrible touchpad and you could hear everything. And then Jenny Green sent me my very first mouse for streaming. And then I was sent a keyboard and mouse combo. And yeah, it's history from there. Eventually I got a new laptop and then I got a computer. But I remember the heartache of not having a keyboard. You're so freaking cute. Hello, Nana Laura. I know, he's taken the place of our Reno judge. Judge Vanderlick, I think his name is. Oh, but all they do there is monkey around. Hello, my sweet brother Charlie. I love you. Did you know the bananas that we eat, they're not actually like how bananas really are? Actual bananas have these big black seeds in them. They are like hybrid and genetically modified to be what we have, where they're practically seedless. But yeah. If you see a real banana, the seeds are huge, and monkeys' jaws are so strong that they just chomp right through them. Well, I don't know if bored's the exact word. I was watching Scammer Payback, and I got like so deep into it. I was like 10 videos deep, and I was like, dang it, I should be working. And yeah, I figured if I was going to be court hopping, I was gonna do it with my friends. Hello, Wolf Floor Lover. Thank you so much. I've got my favorite new shirt on from my brother. It's beautiful. I love it. Thank you. I can probably do that. Earl's sleeping. He's wrapped himself up in my blanket in my bed. Um, he likes sleeping under blankets, but not like with me. So he sleeps on the side of the bed and then takes the edge of the blanket and like rolls in it to pull the blanket down. Hello, Karen Parker. It's a slobber of love. Hello, Terry Barnes. Well, yeah, but I don't. It's not like I slobber kissed her. I didn't like make out with my dog. Hello, Fargan Vistage. Send them. Send them. I'll even compensate you for shipping. I would do anything. I just want rolls of pennies. Hello, Black Style. Strawberries, too. Strawberries, like real strawberries, are very tiny, but they're very flavorful. They've been hybrid engineered and genetically modified and everything like that to be the big ones. Bigger is not better in that sense. Oh my god, that's cute. I wish I could find the picture of the year that I went. I went as a giant salt shaker And then I used one of those Lysol canisters for the wipes, the round ones, and I painted it as a Duracell battery, and I went as salt and battery. I haven't worn one since I was 12 years old. They are pointless. Oh, I've always wanted to try it. I know that's weird. I know. But I have always wanted to try it. They are the best. They truly are. Hello, Linda Applegate, sweetie. Hello, Donald Westerdale. So good to see you. I think I have. Oh my gosh. I would be so happy. I would be so grateful. I wasn't feeling well when the announcement came out that they were going to stop making pennies. So I didn't get to the bank right away. And by the time I did make it to a bank, they were no longer issuing pennies to people. Is that wild or what? Every bank that I've gone to around here, no one gives pennies out. It does not matter how much you're asking for. It does not matter how much money you have in your account. They will not give you pennies. It's sad. And I didn't get there in time. Oh, Quick Trip here, and it's not QUICK. It's KWIK. That's Quick Trip in the Midwest. So Quick Trip here, they stopped using pennies. They round every transaction to the customer's benefit. So they say. But yeah. They haven't used pennies for a while, but they also have their own internal banking. Like they utilize outside banks, but like all of their change at the end of the night, they have their own coin rollers and their own coin machines. So they don't cycle them through the bank and then get change from the bank. They just keep it all internal. Hello, Allison, honey. I haven't even looked. I haven't even looked today. I know it's cold. I know it's cold because when I just let Ava out, it was cold. It feels like -10. That tracks. It's technically 6 degrees. Sure don't feel 6 degrees. Oh my gosh, you are so lucky. I found a full roll, I think it was 1957, I believe. It has the original wrapper, but all the pennies were scattered in the jewelry box. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. My address, guys. Well, the firm address to get mail to me, or to the pets. It's in the description of the channel. It's in the about section and the link tree. It's no secret where I am. I mean, I've always been Googleable, so yeah. If anybody wants to send me pennies, just go into the about section. 118 West Knott Street in Toma, Wisconsin. That's me. I love wheat pennies. I gave 2 little Ziploc baggies of wheat pennies to my my friend on his birthday. They were like 20 or 30 pennies in each, and they were all wheat pennies. Oh, so many things. Doubling is the most common thing you look for. Um, like Abe Lincoln's ear, there's a certain several years that his ears doubled, and if you can find that, those are pretty valuable. Um, Liberty is often doubled. There's some years that you're looking for the distance between the letters. It There's a lot. There's a reason why numismatics became such a popular thing is because there's so much to look for. Like I have a whole stack of 50-cent pieces on my desk. And the only thing special about these is the ones minted from 2002 to 2020. They were not intended for circulation. So I've pulled out all the ones from those years, and I mean it's not like you get rich off of them or anything. They're not like excessively valuable. But then I have these also. The dollar coins that have the Sacagawea dollars that have the different backings that are not the eagle. I'm trying to get the lighting. There we go. So these were also a series not intended for circulation. So when you find them in circulation, you just pull them out and save them. Golly, I just can't get the focus right. Here we go. You guys get to see my broken nails. Ugh, the weather is so dry, my nails are just breaking. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun to go through rolls. It's fun to find, silver. It's very rare to find silver, but sometimes when you're going through a roll, you'll find, a 1950 something nickel or quarter or whatever, and save it aside. Oh, I have. Oh, they can be. They can be. So if you find one that is not magnetic, it's worth a mint. Oh, that is so sweet. There was my dad was on a call when my dad worked for the city. He was on a call, and it was the wife of someone that had passed, that like the officer, my dad, and obviously the wife were all standing around talking, and my dad and the officer knew the man, and he collected coins. I believe dimes specifically, which were also my dad's favorite. But it might have been nickels. But anyways, so the woman was saying that since her husband had passed, she keeps finding change, like just on the floor in random places. And at that moment, my dad and the officer looked down, and there was a nickel at each of their feet. It was crazy. Yeah, it happens. It really happens. Oh, I told my daughter, I'm like, when I die, do not take my coins to the bank. I will haunt you forever. Absolutely. They're worth lots to me. And it's just because it's just something that I really enjoy doing. Not quite. Not quite. The North Woods are still a little bit farther north. I love you so much. I needed this. I needed this. I think I have two. I think I have two. What I've always thought of is getting storage units, the auction off storage units. Sometimes you can find coins from collectors in those after they pass. Mm. Yeah, I have a few of those. I think those are the most common silver ones that I have. I don't have many, but I have a few. And they're very beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh, I gotta take some allergy meds. Oh man. When I get some money, like tax time or something, every single cent that I get from tax time, I'm getting cases of 50-cent pieces. I swear. that that's my goal. They are my favorite coin. They really are. I don't know why. So my friend Josh, his absolute favorite coin is pennies. And he goes bananas when he comes over here because I've got a marble glass you know the it's like a wavy glass that they make partitioning walls in restaurants and things like that with, and it's just a square box of glass. Well, my dad came across some of those where they had carved out a hole at the top for being a coin bank. Well, I got that after my dad passed. My dad always, that was the vacation fund. He would throw change in that. When it was full, he would cash it in, and that was their vacation money. So, anyways, I used it to fill it with pennies. And so every time my friend comes over to see me, he's like, "Have you gone through them yet? Have you picked through the pennies yet?" I'm like, "No, but we can get the microscope out, you know." I've got it. I've actually got a really decent one. It's covered in cat hair, of course, like everything else in my house. But I have the B Bang microscope. Um, oof, you can tell I haven't used it in a minute, but it's got really great clarity on the screen, and um, let's see here. There we go. Yeah, so I really like this one. It's good quality. It was only like $40, I think, at the time when I bought it. Um, it's really nice. I actually bought a quote unquote better one. Uh, and apparently the rumor is that you don't want the super high science microscopes for coin collecting. You you want to go like a few levels down. Hi, Billy. You're the reason I take allergy meds. No, actually, Ava. So I found Billy really likes this back scratcher. he he really enjoys it. And he starts purring really loud. He loves his chin scritches. Hi, baby boy. No. Man, if Ava pooped dimes, why can't you do that? Hello, Metal Rules. Oh, saying I have been into it for quite a long time. But see, my grandma used to give 50-cent pieces and silver coins and stuff to us when we were kids, and I had a whole jar full of, and my daughter and I would go to the banks every weekend after payday, and we would go around to each of the 4 banks in downtown Baraboo, and we would walk in and ask for all of their funny money. That's, I mean, she was what, 4 or 5 years old. And so I had a jar just full of 50-cent pieces, dollar coins, whatever I could get my hands on. And the person that was renting from my parents' house one night supposedly had someone give him a ride home and let them use the bathroom, which you had to go through my parents' bedroom where my coin jar was to get there. We found the guy's coat in the room, like really close to where the shelf was that I know my jar was. I had actually just handled that jar on Wednesday, and on Sunday it was empty. All of the coins from my grandmother were stolen from me, and I was not happy about it. All of the coins that I had acquired with my daughter, stolen. Probably cashed in at the bar because they were drunks. It's kind of, I don't really like drunks a whole lot. I don't drink myself. Yeah. I used to bartend though. I mean, I can be around them. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Why Sir Philip specifically? Is that something that's in Australia? I've never heard of a red diamond. I've heard of rubies. I've not heard of a red diamond. That is kind of cool. And yeah, a bar of gold. That's amazing. That would be crazy. I've got a fan. I've got a whole bunch of cat products, and then my microscope, and I've got a table sander that I use on my calluses of my feet. No, none of those yet. Yet. Hello, Lisette. They've always wondered. I don't even know how far behind I am in the chat. Yeah, my grandmother did that too. I have one absolutely pristine $2 bill from my grandmother that's still in the what was it, the Baraboo National or the First National Bank envelope. And then I go to the bank sometimes and I ask them for $2 bills. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, if anybody out there wants to send me coins, I don't care. You can send me 1 penny, I'd be thrilled. Oh my gosh. That is cool. Nope. I don't know Bob. I don't have Bob. They're the only place that the red diamond has ever been found, and in only one specific mine. Wow. That's really cool. Your tail is not helping me. Not even a little bit. Oh. He likes to be in the way. Buddy, don't look at me in that tone of voice. You are in my space. And you're getting snippy with me. Hey, what gives you the right to take over my whole desk and then bite me for not wanting you to take over my whole desk, huh? When I have set up a perfectly good pad over here for you to lay on, and I give you treats there, but you insist on sitting directly in front of the keyboard with your tail flicking right in front of where my mouse goes. You're going to get me in the face. I know it. Stop it. It's just mad he can't go outside. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I had to get my space back so that I could actually utilize my mouse. I will. I'll get Bandit out. Don't worry. I've been working on introducing Tiny Kitten and Bandit more often in Bandit's space. And then I've been working on, taking Earl in there in the carrier so that neither one of them can attack each other. But, Bandit is just not keen on company. She likes Billy, but she does not like the others. I have one. So I was gifted and it's got remember last night, I think it was, I was talking about Bandit shedding her whisker. Well, I have a claw that Crow shed. I can't get the light. Here we go. But this is an African appetite. 1.5 carat, 9 by 7 millimeter OV African appetite. And it was given to me by my ex's grandmother. And I love it. And that's why I put Crow's claw in there. How I would have preserved Bandit's whisker. What? I'm not giving you treats when you're acting like this. I can't believe you remember that. You are so sweet. Yes, my daughter's birthday is February 11th. It's coming up. And if I recall, is it the day before or the day after? It's the day before, isn't it? I'm terrible with dates. I really am. Yeah, well, Nana Laura and I are very close in birthdays. Is it this little gal right here? I almost took a video of me giving Bandit a licky stick last night. Oh, I used to watch Jackson Galaxy so much. I I think I've watched every video of his. Ava, quit it, please. Quit chewing your feet. I know, but my phone was in the other room. I'm sorry. I don't always take it to the bathroom with me. I love Purple Kid. Oh, they fall like Newton's apple. All right, guys. I'm gonna put on some Judge Ricky. If it's even still live. I mean, criminy. We've been hanging out for almost 40 minutes now. I know I said we were gonna do court, and then you guys started, entertaining me, and yeah, we get a little sidetracked around here. So we actually missed having Palmy on the stream last night. He wanted me to send him the link, but I didn't see his message until I was already live. Well, actually, I didn't see his message until today. Oopsie. He was like, "Girl, you missed out." Yeah, I did. But what I missed was the sports talk. Because he would have been so hyped up from the Seahawks game. And I would have been so out of place. I'd have been like, quarterback, front end, what? What was that? I must investigate.
Lynette Ross apparently is at the detention facility Zoom location.
Yes.
Ms. Ross, at first appearance, you told the judge that you were going to hire your own attorney, yet it doesn't appear you have a lawyer. Why is that?
Your Honor, I apologize. I was not able to obtain my own attorney. I did fill out an affidavit on the 20th.
Okay. My assistant informed me of that. It was a partial application for some reason. I don't know why
Okay.
you didn't submit all pages, but
I filled out what they gave me here and turned that in completed.
all right.
I apologize.
Based on current information and circumstances before the court will appoint Lynette Ross a lawyer So it appears she cannot currently afford one. James Watts will be appointed. Now, Mr. Watts is on the meeting, Ms. Ross, but he obviously has not prepared your case in any way. So we're going to have to reset this
Okay,
to another docket. And we're going to reset it to this court's docket on February 23rd at 2:30.
okay,
Mr. Watts can take note of that. February 23, 2:30 p.m. on a docket similar to today. You must appear and fully participate at that time.
yes, Your Honor.
Are you in custody because of this case only, or you have other stuff pending?
Yes, Your Honor, it's just this case.
Okay, it's a $5,000 bond. You haven't made that?
No. My parents believe that this is where God wants me right now.
Okay. Well, the bond does not appear to be unreasonably set. I'm not going to, there's nothing really to alter it. So I'm going to leave bond where it's currently at, 5,000 cash or surety. Well, where's that noise coming from?
Sounded like an echo.
Okay.
Your Honor, I think it was coming from Mr. Napier, but I think maybe he's got his phone or
All right.
whatever under control now.
Okay. You have any questions about what we've done here today, Ms. Ross?
No, sir.
Then we'll see you, and then Mr. Watts is your lawyer or someone that will be representing you February 23rd at 2:30. We'll take your case up again at that time.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Very well. That matter is in recess.
Okay, thank you.
Are you ready to make an announcement on a case, Mr. Favre?
Yes, Judge, I am. Mr. Willard is present, and we're ready to make an announcement on him.
Okay, what will that announcement be?
Judge, we're going to set this for evidentiary prelim. Mr. Willard has an ongoing case in Greenwood that we're also trying to resolve, so we anticipate eventually having a plea in this case, but for now, we're going to set for evidence.
All right, this is State of Kansas versus John Irvin Willard, case number 2025 CR 539. Mr. Willard does appear on his own Zoom. Joseph Favre is appearing as his defense counsel and Amber Norris for the state. Preliminary hearing has been requested. We can go ahead and set a date for that. I'm currently looking at February 24. Mr. Favre, I have afternoon spots available, February 24th.
The only thing I can say that may get in the way is that is a day for a jury trial set. Ms. Norris is also in that jury trial. It's a misdemeanor jury trial, so it may not go, but yeah. Is there anything on the 25th?
I have one spot on the 25th,
What time is that?
9:00 a.m.
I have shown videos with him not in his vehicle. It's rare, but it has happened.
Okay, can we do that, Judge, instead?
Yes.
Thanks.
Willard evidentiary preliminary hearing is set for 9:00 a.m., February 25. Mr. Willard, you must fully participate in that hearing at that time. Mr. Willard, where are you currently at? Okay, you're muted, so I can't hear your response.
Sorry about that, Your Honor. I live in Lahart, Kansas,
Where is that?
southeast Kansas, from Iowa, Kansas,
Oh, okay. Okay.
right next to Gas City.
Okay.
It's in between Gas City and Moran.
All right. I have an idea where that is, Mr. Willard. Thank you for that clarification. My strong preference is that you be in El Dorado for that evidentiary hearing.
Okay.
And I trust you have the means to get there.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you'll need to appear at the Butler County Judicial Center in El Dorado, Kansas for that next setting, February 25 at 9.
Okay.
And you'll conduct business with the court from the Judicial Center in El
Okay.
Dorado, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, February 25, 9:00, defendant ordered to appear at the Judicial Center in El Dorado.
All right.
Okay, good luck in working out whatever you still need to work out, Mr. Favre. From your perspective, anything else we need to address today?
At this time.
Ms. Norris, anything further for the state?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Very well. Then the Willard matter will be in recess at this time. Mr. Willard, you can go ahead and leave the meeting or stay with it at your choice. But if you stay with it, make sure you mute yourself, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Move on to another matter. Mr. Favre, did you have other cases or?
Judge, I do. I have three others. Mr. Bland is at the jail. I need a breakout, but also Mr. McKendrick is at the jail. Do you show him down today or do you show him on the 28th?
I have McKendrick on the docket.
Okay. So Mr. McKendrick, he's at the jail, but we're going to ask that his case just be set over for 2 days until the 27th. I mean, until the 28th, Judge, if possible, to run as a status, because Ms. Norris and I anticipate a plea. He is currently set in front of Your Honor at 2 p.m. this Wednesday for his other cases prelim. And so we think we'll have a resolution that encompasses both his cases plus his other case with Judge Satterfield possibly.
All right. Does the state take a position on this?
Your Honor, state's fine with setting Mr. McKendrick over to, well, basically set this case over with the other case, which is on your docket on Wednesday, if that's okay with the court.
All right. Now, Mr. Favre, does Mr. McKendrick know that this is going to be requested?
Yeah, Judge, we've discussed this already.
All right, Mr. McKendrick.
How you doing?
Well, okay. This is officially State of Kansas versus Timothy Lee McKendrick II. Case number 2025 CR 476. McKendrick appears at the jail Zoom location. Joseph Favre is defense counsel, Amber Norris for the state. Before you joined, Mr. McKendrick, it's been announced that they want to set this over till Wednesday. You apparently have a setting with this court next Wednesday, and I'll have my assistant confirm. Is it a 2:00 p.m. Wednesday setting, Mindy?
This Wednesday coming up?
Yes, it's the one this Wednesday.
Okay.
January 28th at 2 p.m.
January 28th at 2? Okay.
Correct.
I'll reset this individual case over, along with the other case to be handled by this court on January 28th, 2:00 p.m. Mr. McKendrick obviously must appear by Zoom at that time for further proceedings on this case, as well as the other one. Anything else we need to handle on McKendrick at this time, Mr. Favre?
Judge, just to be clear, Mr. McKendrick does have one other case that is in front of Judge Satterfield. And if we do have a global plea agreement that covers all three cases, would this court be willing to take up that case of Judge Satterfield as well? Should it be part of the plea?
That depends. What are your intentions regarding Judge Satterfield's case?
So, Judge, all three of these cases were of a similar type of allegation. And so we anticipate having an agreement where we have a plea to one or more of the charges and dispose of the others. We've already discussed this with Ms. Satterfield, and Mr. McKendrick already knows this is the direction we're headed as well. So, Ms. Judge Satterfield is okay with you taking the case if this division is able to, if this division is willing to. But because you have two cases and she has one, it just seems to make more sense to have your division handle all three of them.
Well, presuming that there is at least one felony case that this court is handling, the court will consider that at that time. Yes. What's the case number?
25 CR
472.
472. That's correct.
All right.
Yes. I already have the case pulled in our office, Judge.
All right. We'll take up these McKendrick matters then on Wednesday at 2:00, as previously scheduled in the other matter. Okay. That's all the business we're going to be conducting today, Mr. McKendrick. And we'll see you Wednesday.
All right. Appreciate you.
That matter is in recess at this time.
If I could have a breakout with the jail to speak to Mr. Bland, if that's possible.
Let's set that up
Thank
and
you.
see if I can get some business done with Mr. Watts.
So I couldn't see the screen because I was collecting cases because court's still going and stuff. And I feared for my life there for a minute when Earl jumped up and it's okay, Bandit. Jerry, this is what you've caused. Stop. They're not after you. They just want the licky treat. Anyways, I'm going to go back to tending to the cats. Help me.
Plan. Okay. The individual seated at the detention facility Zoom location now is who?
I think he just went into the breakout room with.
Okay, so that is Bland. Okay. All right. Mr. Watts, are you ready for an announcement on Napier?
I do, Your Honor. Mr. Napier is with us. It's my understanding, and I spoke with Mr. Napier late last week, that he's going to going to waive a preliminary hearing in this matter. Is that still correct, Mr. Napier?
Let's have David Napier join us fully with audio and video. Instead of just having some picture on screen. Mr. Napier, take yourself off mute.
Am I off mute?
You
There you
are.
go. Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry.
It's the state of Kansas versus David Kyle Napier, case number 2025 CR 551. Defendant appears on his own Zoom separately from his lawyer, James Watts. Amber Norris appears for the state. It's court's understanding that Mr. Napier is going to waive his right to a preliminary hearing. Is that correct, Mr. Watts?
That's my understanding, Your Honor.
Napier, I have a number of questions I need to ask you regarding waiver of preliminary hearing. If you don't understand a question, please ask for clarification, okay?
Okay,
Do you understand that a preliminary hearing is a proceeding to determine whether there's probable cause that a felony crime has been committed and that you committed it?
yes,
You understand that if you waive preliminary hearing, the court will bind you over for trial at this point without any further determination of probable cause?
yes,
You understand that once you waive your right to a preliminary hearing, you cannot get that right back, though you may proceed to trial later.
yes,
Have you had an opportunity to consult with your lawyer before making a decision to waive?
yes,
So do you now freely and voluntarily waive your right to a preliminary hearing in your case?
yes,
Does the state of Kansas waive its right to a preliminary hearing, Ms. Norris?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court finds that both parties have knowingly waived their rights to a preliminary hearing. Defendant is bound over for trial on any or all felony charges of the information. We will proceed to formal arraignment at this time. Mr. Watts, does your client desire the charging document to be read to him?
Your Honor, we have a single count before us, criminal use of a weapon, a level 8. We'd waive formal reading of same. Enter a not guilty plea at this time. Ask the case be set for pretrial and jury trial settings.
Okay. I'll have my assistant propose those dates. Mandy?
Okay, Judge, would you want this set on the April 28th jury trial? Or would you like it to be
I don't see
in
any
May?
reason why the April date couldn't be used.
Okay, so April 28th at 9 a.m. for the jury trial?
And Your Honor, if we could have either your March date or your May date, I'm not available that date in April.
Okay.
Okay, March 3rd would be the March date.
Likelihood of this case going to trial, Mr. Watts?
Judge, at this point, I don't entirely know. I've got some research to do this afternoon to kind of pin exactly that down. I can't answer that, Your Honor. I don't know.
All right, Mr. Napier's not in custody. Mandy, I'm inclined to go ahead and set this out to May. If Mr. Watts is inclined at all to file any type of motions, we'd have time for filing any response and scheduling a hearing on those motions prior to our pretrial date. So I think that we should probably set this for jury trial on a May date.
Okay, May 26th.
Yes,
May
sir.
26, 9:00 a.m. for jury trial start date. Defendant must be personally present at the Butler County Judicial Center in El Dorado, Kansas for all stages of that jury trial if it goes. We will set a pretrial conference date the week before,
May 19th at 9 a.m.
May 19 at 9. Mr. Watts?
Yes, sir, I can do that.
All right. So pretrial conference is set May 19th at 9. Mr. Napier, where do you currently reside?
Salina, Kansas.
I'm going to allow you to appear by Zoom. While I would prefer you in your attorney's office that day, just given the distance, I think I'm going to go ahead and allow you to appear by Zoom on that pretrial conference date. And if you'd note that, Mandy,
Okay.
your notes, May 19th, 9:00 a.m., but you need to be on time that day by Zoom, okay?
Okay.
So let's repeat, May 19th, 9:00, pretrial conference by Zoom, jury trial if it goes, May 26th, 9:00 a.m. That's an in-person proceeding, quite obviously. All right,
Okay.
Mr. Watts, we can schedule as necessary any hearing dates that may be necessary prior to that time. We've got a little time here to work with.
Understood, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Norris, anything from the state's perspective that we need to address at this time?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Watts, anything further currently?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Napier, any questions about what we've done here today?
No, sir.
Very well then, you're free to leave the meeting at this time if you so desire, Mr. Napier, as your matter is in recess.
Thank you.
You also have Mr. Werner. Mr. Watts?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. The only one I have on my calendar this afternoon was Mr. Napier.
Your Honor, I talked to Mr. Favre about Mr. Werner, so I think that case has been reassigned to him. And I think also, same with Mr. Bland.
Has he come out of his breakout room yet on Bland?
It looks like just now, Judge.
Mr. Watts, it would appear that I can go ahead and let you go then.
Have a good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon to you, sir. Let's take up Bland if you're ready, Mr. Favre.
We're ready, Judge.
Okay. The State of Kansas versus Austin Eugene Bland, case number 2025 CR 163. Austin Bland appears from the Butler County Detention Facility's Zoom location. Joseph Favre appears as defense counsel. Amber Norris on behalf of the state of Kansas. Favre, what announcement is being made at this time regarding preliminary hearing right?
The judge, at this time, we're going to waive preliminary hearing, and Mr. Bland's going to enter a guilty plea to count 1, possession of parafentanyl, and the state will agree to dismiss count 2.
Okay, I'm not sure I'm going to be taking up any pleas today, Mr. Favre, but I will address the issue of the prelim waiver.
He really does. He really does look like the commercials. He could have been the actor on those commercials. Still going with the puns. Still going with the puns around here.
Is there any type of written agreement that's been reached between you and the state?
Not at this time, Judge. Fairly simple plea that Mr. Sweeney and I worked out, and Mr. Bland is okay with.
The court's always surprised about how things can go wrong with something that's being announced as a simple plea, especially when we're kind of rushing into a plea at the first time it's that it's for the court for prelim setting. No,
Well, I think
actually,
it's,
I think it has been before the court before, and I don't understand why we're at
we
this.
had a FTA judge in our last hearing. Mr. Bland was trying to get on Zoom, could not. He failed to appear.
Hmm.
Mr. Bland is present now, and the fact pattern of this case is fairly simple. That Mr. Bland is comfortable entering the plea if the court would inquire, but otherwise, if the court wants to set it out, that's fine too.
All right, we're going to address prelim right at this time. Mr. Bland, your attorney's made an announcement. You now intend to waive your right to a preliminary hearing. There's some questions I need to ask you about that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You understand that a preliminary hearing is a proceeding to determine if there's probable cause that a felony crime has been committed and that you committed that crime?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that if you waive preliminary hearing, the court would bind you over for trial at this point without any further determination of probable cause?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that once you waive your right to a preliminary hearing, you cannot get that right back, though you may proceed to trial later.
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you had an opportunity to consult with your lawyer before making a decision?
Briefly, yes.
Have you had enough time with him?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, so do you now freely and voluntarily waive your right to a preliminary hearing in your case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does the state of Kansas waive its right to a preliminary hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court finds that both parties have knowingly waived their rights to a preliminary hearing. Defendant Bland is bound over for trial on the felony charges of the information. Court will proceed to formal arraignment on a date that we're going to set in the near future. I would prefer, counsel, that you do a written plea agreement in this case. We're moving very quickly for Mr. Bland. He showed just enough hesitation during the court's questions, though he answered them appropriately. I want to make sure that he has a full understanding of what he might be facing. So I trust you can put together a written plea agreement in short order, Mr. Favre.
Yes.
Okay. How quickly can we get this matter back before the court, Mandy? Use one of those February dates.
On the docket week or prior to that?
Well, let's try to use the earliest possible date. I know I had some dates available on February 24. Mr. Favre couldn't do that.
We do have February 6th at 4 p.m. open.
It's moving pretty fast, Mr. Favre. Can you have everything ready by then?
Yeah.
All right, February 6th, 4:00 p.m. for arraignment and possible plea hearing. And you'll be dealing with Mr. Sweeney on this?
That's correct.
Okay. February 6th, 4:00 p.m. for arraignment and possible plea. All right, Mr. Bland, we've moved fairly quickly. Do you have any questions about what we've done here?
What is the never mind, I'll just take all the questions up with my lawyer. I'll just ask him.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Okay, Ms. Norris, anything we need to address further on Mr. Bland at this time?
Your Honor,
What?
that was February 6th at 4.
That's correct.
Nothing from the state. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Favre?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Bland would like me to address the issue of his bond.
Address it.
So, Judge, Mr. Bland is currently sitting with a cash or surety bond that he cannot make. He asked the court to consider modifying him to an OR, but if not an OR, at least consider offering a lower, modifying him to a lower cash or surety bond.
Maybe not smart. Maybe he's done this before, so he already knows what to expect for an answer. That would be my guess.
I will point out to the court that Mr. Bland will be presumptive probation in this matter. Mr. Sweeney and I have done extensive research into his criminal history, and he has only one prior felony. It was from almost 10 years ago. It was a person felony, but there's only one that we could find. Mr. Bland seems to confirm that as well. So we'd ask the court to consider modifying him to an OR or a lower cash or surety. He has a residence which he can provide in Wichita, Kansas. He lives with his aunt, and he's currently searching for employment, although he's unemployed.
State have a position here?
Judge, I still show a no bond hold. He looks like he made his last appearance on January 7th when he was picked up on the warrant for the failure to appear back in October. And the court had said a no bond hold. I'm still showing a no bond hold. State would have no objection to changing that to a cash or surety, but I don't think OR is appropriate based on his previous failure to appear. And he's also doesn't have a driver's license. I do agree that he appears to be presumptive probation.
Well, doesn't have a driver's license, doesn't have a job, lives with his aunt, and is addicted to fentanyl. So probably supports his habit by doing unsavory things. No, I mean, let's put him back into society. Yeah, sounds great.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. Favre?
No, Judge. Thank you.
Well, I'm just looking at the record of this case, and not once, but twice, Mr. Bland is listed as failure to appear for court. The fact that he may be eventually a probation case isn't controlling here. What the court's trying to determine is he a good risk to let back into the community and then trust to show up on his own or not? And the court is going to determine at this time he is not a good risk to show up on his own after 2 previous failures to appear. That's the implication, Mr. Bland, of not showing up for court when you're supposed to. So this court will deny the request for bond modification, maintain the no bond hold. And I've tried to give you the earliest possible next court date that I could on this court's calendar. I was actually surprised we were able to do it that soon, Mr. Bland. And we can address your status further at that time. So at this time, the request to modify bond is denied. No bond hold remains. If there's nothing further, the Austin Bland matter will be in recess at this time. We'll move on to another matter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ready on Werner, or do you need to talk to him, Mr. Favre?
I need a quick moment with Mr. Werner. Sorry.
Okay. Let's go ahead and put them in a breakout session then.
Oh, Mr. Bland, he got up and then he sat right back down before they took him off. I'm going to zoom ahead a little bit, guys. Oh, I get to use my mouse to zoom ahead because it's more than a few clicks. Let's see here. Oh. Ooh, Billy got me good.
Doris?
Let's see that.
Court will next call State of Kansas versus Jason Brent Werner. It's case number 2025 CR 533. Joseph Favre appears as defense counsel. Amber Norris on behalf of the state. Jason Brent Werner appears at the court security Zoom location at the Judicial Center. One announcement is made regarding preliminary hearing right in this case.
Judge, we're going to ask this be set for an evidentiary prelim.
Okay, I noticed that he's not in custody. We have a little more scheduling flexibility. We're probably looking at a March date then. Mandy, can you suggest one?
March 18th is open at this time.
March 18, 9 o'clock, Mr. Favre? You're muted, Joe, so.
I'm completely open on the 18th, so that works.
Okay. March 18, 9 o'clock a.m. I'm gonna review charging document in this case. The alleged victim is the spouse of the defendant.
That is correct.
Okay. I think that you contemplated that to be a Zoom setting, Mandy.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's set an hour and a half for this.
The only Munster I know is the cheese. These are, I hate to say it, but Judge Ricky is disappointing. Like, these are not going super fun. So, if it's okay with you guys, I say we continue to find crazy things. And I think we're gonna have more luck in Thurston County.
We'll be setting another court date. I'll be ordering you back to, let's see, it's Brittany Francine Landgraf.
Correct.
And what's your date of birth?
12/11/1990.
Okay, let me turn back to Mr. English.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've reviewed the complaint with my client along with the charge and maximum penalty. We would waive formal reading of the complaint and further advisement of rights and ask the court to enter a plea of not guilty. We would additionally stipulate probable cause for today only.
All right. So Ms. Landgraf, you're charged with this allegation of driving under the influence, and I'll accept a plea of not guilty through your attorney, and we'll be setting another court date. I'll be ordering you back to court. And what I'm doing right now is I'm going to hear from the prosecuting attorney, and then I'll hear from your attorney about what, if any, release conditions or conditions on your behavior I should set until you resolve this case. So first we'll hear from the prosecuting attorney.
Your Honor, no objection to a PR release with standard DUI conditions.
Mr. English?
Those will work fine.
All right, and that makes sense to me, Ms. Landgraf, that you, as long as you come back to court, you stay law-abiding, you stay clean and sober, you'll stay out of custody. So no alcohol, no marijuana, no non-prescribed drugs, no bars or taverns. Don't violate the law in any way, and that includes don't drive unless you have a good license and proof of insurance. And this is going to have an effect on your privilege to drive, even without a conviction at this stage. And you'll talk to Mr. English about that, I'm sure. So what date are we setting? Mr. English, we're looking at Wednesday, March 4th, 1:30 in the afternoon.
That'll work great.
All right, so, and then I wanted to make sure, Ms. Landgraf, did you want a text message reminder of the next court date?
Yes, that would be great. Thank you.
Okay. What phone number should we use?
360.
Then I've got a mailing address on Limited Lane. Is that good for mailing?
That is correct.
All right, so we're gonna, we told you now, March 4th, you're back at 1:30 in Thurston County District Court. We'll mail you notice of that court date. We'll send you a text message reminder as well. And any questions going forward, you of course talk to Mr. English about it as you've hired him to represent you, all right?
Yes, thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. English, anything else for your client?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, any other clients this afternoon?
All I have for today. Thank you.
All right, thanks. So long to both of you. You can leave the meeting.
All right, have a good day.
You too. All right, let's see. Mr. Weston, anything else ready? I see Ms. Millar. Hi, Ms. Millar. Thurston
Your Honor,
County
this-
Corrections.
Yes, Your Honor, this is Mr. Douglas, number 1 at 1:30.
All right, Mr. Douglas. James Patrick Douglas, is it, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's your date of birth, sir?
5488.
Okay, all right, and I'll turn back to Ms. Millar from Thurston County Public Defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. I was able to discuss Mr. Douglas's rights with him. I don't believe he has any questions about those. I didn't fill out a formal order to that or screening form to that effect, but that's the record I'll make as to that. With regard to probable cause, we'll stipulate for purposes of today's hearing only. Mr. Douglas does want the court to know that there's a lot more here going on, particularly with the Olympia cases. And so I just want the court to be aware of that. He does have a hearing tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I believe the protected party intends to be there as well, and that's related to that underlying no contact order. We'll acknowledge, or sorry, we're not arraigning today. We'll stipulate to probable cause for purposes of today's hearing only. Mr. Douglas is asking that counsel be appointed. He has a public defender appointed in Olympia.
So, Mr. Douglas, I will appoint Thurston County Public Defense to represent you after today. That's one of the attorneys from Ms. Millar's office. And I'll be setting another court date. And I'm going to be talking to the prosecuting attorney. I'm going to
Because it invokes sympathy, and whatever her charge is, perhaps she can tug at those heartstrings. Because how much you want to bet we're going to hear how she's a single mother and she's working so hard. I don't know. I haven't seen any of these yet.
talk to Ms. Millar about possible release conditions in this matter. Mr. Weston, anything you're asking?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's asking for $5,000 bail with conditions of no new law violations, no firearms or deadly weapons, and abide by any no contact order in place. The basis for the bail is that there was another violation of an order with the same victim in September in Olympia. There's an open A4 charge in Olympia with the same victim, past assault charges in 2023 with the same victim. So the state has concerns about one, whether the defendant will abide by conditions of release.
Why do you want your kid hearing any of this? Seriously. Get your kid out of there. Put her in the playroom or something. This is not an environment for children.
When they're imposed, since he hasn't done so based on his past history.
You mentioned previous assault. I see a charge that was dismissed without prejudice in Olympia from August of 2023. Is that what you're referring to?
That might have been it, Your Honor. I guess I understand that it was ultimately dismissed, but still, regardless, the victim and defendant are the same in that case as they are in this case.
Okay, and I do see, before I turn to Ms. Millar, I do see that Olympia is pending trial on assault in the fourth degree, domestic violence in the presence of children, and a protection order violation about 9 months after that, domestic violence. Those are all three charges pending. So, and there have been several hearings in Olympia on those. And I
It was
see
brought to my attention the victim is present via Zoom. If she would like to make a statement or talk about conditions of release, I don't have any information about what her position would be.
Okay, I see a Tommy Baker. Is that Ms. Baker? I think that's the person covered by the restriction.
Oh, now I'm even more mad. Oh, now I'm even more mad. Oh, you're the victim in the case that they were just discussing, and you brought your child to the hearing? Oh, you stupid bitch. Oh, not happy me. Not happy me.
Training order out of Olympia. So, Ms. Millar, should I come to you or come to Ms. Baker first?
No objection to the court hearing from the alleged victim first.
Okay, so Ms. Baker, you don't have to say anything, but if you want to say something, the issue here is I'm not deciding whether Mr. Douglas is being charged with crimes. I'm not deciding guilt or not guilt. I'm deciding release conditions here. I'm being asked to order him not to violate the law. I'm being asked to order him to post some bond in order to be released. I'm being asked that he comply with an order out of a different court, Olympia Municipal Court, that he not possess a firearm, and that he come back to court. As to that issue, anything you want to say to this court, knowing I can't make that order out of Olympia go away? You have to understand that.
I mean, if we're not talking about, I mean, as far as anything that happened, I guess I don't quite know what I'm being asked, really. I mean, if you're asking me if I want you to let him out, of course I want you to let him out. I mean,
and you've been together how long? You have a couple of kids there?
We share one child together. I mean, we've been together for several years. I mean, as in regards to the no contact order, I mean, I guess we've been together, but we haven't been physically together. I mean, there's the violation in September, I think is what you said. And that was, I mean, since then, other than yesterday, we haven't been seeing each other. We haven't been talking. I mean, we've been.
Okay. And I see there was a hearing where a judge in Olympia changed the order and allowed Zoom contact, phone contact, third-party contact. And that was allowed back in November of 2025. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
The officer that yesterday actually told me specifically that I mean that it was still said that we weren't allowed to have any sort of communication, which I was aware in November that it was changed, as you said, so that we were allowed communication like via phone and Zoom and all that too, but
not in a car together, which is what the allegation is. So let me turn to Ms. Millar here.
Thank you, Your Honor. First, we'd object to the court considering any charge that has been dismissed. Mr. Douglas has a presumption of innocence, and so that 2023 allegation, we'd object to your consideration of that. With regard to the allegations pending in Olympia, I'll sound like a broken record. He has a presumption of innocence. Those are simply allegations. And so we're talking about an individual with no related criminal history, no violent history. He has a presumption of release in this case. This is a non-capital case. It's a non-violent allegation. And though Mr. Douglas is aware, and I'm of course aware that it's the court's order, not Ms. Baker's order, our position would be that the court should consider the nature of the alleged violation. And here it's one of, I'll use the phrase consensual contact, quite different than someone showing up at someone's door uninvited and banging on it. So we would ask for the court to consider the factual allegation here and the nature of it. Mr. Douglas works in construction. He's the sole financial support for Ms. Baker and his 3-year-old child. He cannot afford the bail that's been requested by the state, and so it would amount to a no bail hold.
Somebody called it when they said she needs the money. And yeah, aren't the charges assault? And with the fact that there's a no contact order, I would assume that it was against her, considering she's the victim. Like, I am so absolutely gobsmacked at the moment. Like, this couple has sent me to a fit of rage. Like, I'm so mad. I have like tears welling up in my eyes. That doesn't happen often. Like, I can take a lot on the chin, and I am just absolutely like, I want to fly out to Thurston County right now and just give him a little bit of smackdown myself. Oh, I really want to take that kid out of the room and just, they have siblings. She said they've got other children. Like, there's other children. Just don't have the kid right there when discussing the charges, especially not charges against the father. Oh my God.
which of course is not the intent of pretrial bail. As I mentioned before, Mr. Douglas has a very important court hearing tomorrow at 8 a.m. in Olympia to address the no contact order. And he's very eager to make it to that hearing. It sounds like it's a long time coming in those matters.
I do see that that order's been in effect since December, or November. Or December. All right. That's what I'm going to do. Mr. Douglas, Ms. Baker, at this stage, I'm going to release you. I think it's important that that hearing be had in Olympia Municipal Court tomorrow. They may take you into custody, Mr. Douglas. They may look at all this information from the county report, and they may make a different decision about your release conditions there. That's for Olympia to make that decision. I see that the allegation is Ms. Baker and her child, or your child, all got in the car together and were voluntarily together. And Ms. Baker, you can see that assisting that alleged violation ends up Mr. Douglas being in jail. So if you don't want him in jail, then you need to follow court orders as well. You're not one who would be put in jail. You wouldn't have any consequence. But Mr. Douglas has big consequence, which apparently has ripple effects on your life. So you'll talk to Olympia tomorrow if you want. You know, they're setting that hearing for you, Mr. Douglas. Talk to them. Be aware that they may very well know about today's hearing and the information here, and be prepared, I would presume, with your attorney there to discuss all this. But you'll be released here. I'm setting another court date. Your obligation is don't violate the law, Mr. Douglas. Your obligation is do not possess a firearm. You obviously also comply with the orders out of any court, and that includes Olympia's no contact order. It may still be in effect after tomorrow. So you'll be back on Thursday at 1:30 in Thurston County District Court, and you'll have Thurston County Public Defense to represent you. And follow those conditions with this court, and we shouldn't have to change those and think about jail. Anything else for your client, Ms. Millar?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, Ms. Baker, you can leave our meeting, and that'll be it for today.
She seriously used
Thank you, Your Honor.
that.
Welcome.
She seriously used that as just an opportunity to show him the child and vice versa. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Are there any dismissals on the 135 that I should know about?
Yeah, there's at least one present. Last name Ramirez, Ruben Ramirez.
Hi, Mr. Why don't you come on up and have a seat at the table? Let's get you on your way here.
And defense counsel already advised Mr. Ruben about kind of what's going on here as well. So,
Okay.
So the state's moving to dismiss without prejudice pending talks.
Okay, so you're Ruben None Ramirez? Okay, what's your date of birth?
5/18/1966.
Okay, and we've got the Simpson Avenue in McCleary for mailing.
No, that's just a
No.
physical.
Let's see, so it's the mailing, why don't you give us a moment, we'll get an updated mailing address. So we have that, 1 second.
They don't deliver mail that to you since in the
I didn't
residence.
think in McCleary. All right, what's a good mailing address?
3800 Ensign Road. Apartment 801. Oh, I'm sorry.
What city?
Olympia, Washington.
Okay, we'll try and figure that one
Just near
out.
the St. Peter's Hospital.
Okay, all right, so, well, thank you. So, Mr. Ramirez, this is being dismissed by the state without prejudice, meanings that within the next 2 years, they can refile this case against you and continue that prosecution. So we've updated your address here. Usually they go by the address with DOL. DOL is sending things to an Alta Street address in Olympia. So if that's wrong, you need to talk to Department of Licensing
Oh, yes,
and
yes.
get everything
Yeah,
updated.
that's the X's, and I was told not to use that. So.
Well, you should probably talk to DOL and make sure they
I
know
will.
how to be in touch with you,
I will.
because then you learn Now, you also got a ticket for, let's see, is that the insurance ticket? So there's an allegation of operating without headlamps. That is still alive. So you need to respond to that today.
Yeah, that one right there.
I would say, don't say anything about it. What I'm telling you is I would suggest you stop at the front counter in the lobby before you leave, find out what all your options are. And you have 30 days from today to let us know what you want to do. If you do nothing, then all of a sudden you owe all of it by default. Maybe there's something better we can do. So stop at the front counter, find out your options on that headlamp ticket, and then make a decision in the next 30 days, if not today, about what you want to do with that. All right. That's still alive. Don't let that go without attention. Okay. So any questions about what's happening today?
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna write up an order that dismisses this, and we'll give you that. Okay, sign off on that. It says this is dismissed.
And then I just have to address the headline.
You have to address that. And then don't be surprised if you get a summons to court within the next 2 years to readdress this whole issue. Okay. And nothing prevents you from talking to an attorney in the meantime if you want to about what all this could mean. It's up to you. Sure. Thanks, Mr. Weston. Back to you, Ms. Millar.
All good. All right, thank you very much.
Your Honor, this is Mr. John Neese, number 6.
And sir, so you're John Hartley Neese the second.
Yes,
And what's your date of birth?
August 29th, 1998.
Okay, I'm going to turn back to Ms. Millar.
Thank you, Your Honor. I did have an opportunity to speak with Mr. Neese this morning. I reviewed his rights with him. I don't believe he has any questions about those. I did also have an opportunity to complete a screening form. Hopefully the court is in possession of both of those. His current contact information should be at the top of those forms, or of one of the screening form anyway. I wanted to let the court know that the alleged victim, Miss Neese, is present on Zoom. My client's sister is also present as support for her brother. And with regard to probable cause, we'll stipulate to probable cause for purposes of today's hearing only.
Okay, we kind of review what you've filed with the court. Great. Is there a phone number on there too? There is. Where am I missing? Okay, I see it. All right, well, Mr. Neese, in reviewing your request for an attorney, I have to find that you're indigent. I can't find that. You make far too much money for me to find that. So today, Ms. Millar from Thurston County Public Defense is assisting you. After today, there will not be an attorney at the taxpayer's expense to assist you. It'll be up to you if you want to have an attorney represent you to go find that person in the community and talk to them and hire them with your resources. But today you've got the benefit of Ms. Millar from Thurston County Public Defense. So as to probable cause, Ms. Millar, I missed that.
I stipulated for purposes of today's hearing only, Your Honor.
Thanks. All right. So what happens next, Mr. Neese, is I'm going to hear from the prosecuting attorney. I'm going to hear from Ms. Neese. I see she's on Zoom. I'm going to hear from Ms. Millar on your behalf about possible conditions on your behavior, conditions of release until you resolve this matter. I'm going to set another court date and order you back to court. First off, Mr. Weston.
Your Honor, the state has no objection to a PR release with conditions of no new law violations, no firearms or deadly weapons, and a no contact order protecting the alleged victim in this case. As Defense Counsel Millar mentioned, the victim is present and does want to speak.
A few things here.
I'm still so
All
mad.
right. So, Elise Neese, I see you're there on Zoom. If you wanted to unmute and start your camera, I could hear from you. And you don't have to say anything to me at all. You can just observe if you want, but if there's something you want me to know about what conditions of release, I should said, I'm being asked to sign an order here that would prevent Mr. Neese from having contact with you, staying 1,000 feet away from you, wherever you are, wherever you live, work, and not contact you in any way. And of course, also not to violate the law, not to possess a firearm, but to release him on his promise to return to court and promise to comply with those orders. Do you have any comment that you wanted to say about all that?
Yeah, I just I obviously want him released. If I know it's not up to me, just if possible. I don't want the no contact order. I worry about him not being able to see our children. We share 3 children together, and I'm currently pregnant in a very high risk pregnancy, and I'm now on bed rest, and we got into a horrible, yes, it was bad.
So how old are the children?
3, 5, and 7.
Okay. And then you're pregnant and on bed rest. All right. And obviously none of those kids are capable of contacting Mr. Neese independently without an adult assistance. All right.
Our oldest is also in speech therapy and occupational therapy. Right now, each of them is 1 time a week, but his speech is being bumped back up to twice a week after school. And I'm worried about if he doesn't have contact with the kids, what kind of effect that could have on them. We're going through a really rough patch in our family, and I don't want to see my kids suffer more than they have.
Yep.
And I'm worried about going. The biggest concern is me not making it to even 28 weeks is when I last delivered. And I don't want to go into premature labor again and my husband not be there for our daughter's birth. We lost our baby last year, and I don't want him to miss anything.
Yeah.
I do want his support.
Yeah, let me talk to Ms. Millar. Ms. Millar?
Thank you, Your Honor. We would join her request to have the court not impose a no contact order. Mr. Neese has no criminal history whatsoever. This is an allegation of malicious mischief. My understanding is that he is the sole financial support for his family, with 3 children, another on the way, a high-risk pregnancy, special classes that one of the children needs to attend. I'd ask the court not to impose a no contact order at all. If the court is unwilling to grant that request, I would ask for several exceptions for telephonic and electronic contact related to finances and the children and the pregnancy, as well as contact permitted in public or alternatively through a third party for purposes of exchanging physically the children, so that Mr. Neese can continue to assist in getting his children to their various activities and classes.
Just going to re-review some information that I have filed with the court. Mr. Neese, you're going to be released from custody. There's not a basis to hold you in custody. You don't have a history of failing to appear. You don't have a history of charged crimes or convictions of violence. However, I understand that things have been not going well for a while here, that now it's escalated to you using violence to damage shared property, the wall of the bathroom, punching a hole in the wall when in an argument. Ms. Neese is, what we've heard, uniquely vulnerable here to stresses and violence, but I am going to make several exceptions to a no contact order. Now, my concern is that there isn't any more violence, that there isn't any need for the government to be back at your front door, that but given these complications that we've heard, I'm going to say it's not a violation of contact through an adult third party. So if there's someone that his niece trusts with the kids, or contact through that person, phone, mail, whatever, emails, probably texting is what you usually do, Ms. Neese. Is that a pretty usual way that you talk to each other, by text?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to allow written communication, not over the phone talking to each other at this stage, but not a violation through an adult third party. So you can pass messages through to each other about anything, money, medical appointments, kids, whatever it is. But that adult third party, and that adult third party as well, can help facilitate contact with, visitation or taking the kids or whatever that is. Maybe, they'd be, the adult third party could grab the kids up and get them over to Mr. Neese or whatever that is. But there's no in-person contact. There's no in-person talking on the phone, Zooming. There's none of that. I'm also making an allowance that if you're at a medical appointment, so you're at a medical facility for an appointment, you both go there independently, but you're there together. That's fine. And so that all that information can be shared. So what this means, Mr. Neese, is these would not be violations if you did these things. If you had contact, if you contacted an adult third party, if you contacted Ms. Neese by text or email, if you were at the medical appointments with Ms. Neese, those would not be violations, and I'm writing those down. If you go back home, if you're in the same car together, if you call her on the phone and talk, if you go on Zoom, if any of that sort of contact at this stage would end you back up in jail. All right. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Keep you working, keep you involved in the information you need to know. And I'm keeping it as broad as I can here. Concerned about the violence, obviously now is escalated, is what the allegation is from the parties in your discussions with the officers. Things have gotten worse and more dangerous. So I don't want it to keep at that. So let me get this written down and then I'll turn back to Ms. Millar. Well, also, Mr. Neese, you're not to possess a firearm and you're not to violate the law, and you'll come back to court on Thursday, the 29th at 1:30. It'd be important, if you want an attorney to represent you, that you access, start talking to folks sooner than later. Let me write this out and then I'll read it back to the lawyers, and so it makes sense. All right, Mr. Weston, Ms. Millar, what I'm saying here is, Millar, your client doesn't have contact with Ms. Neese in any way and stays 1,000 feet away from her residence, school, workplace. Other than, it's not a violation to have contact through an adult third party and to be in person at medical appointments and to communicate by text or email. Weston, Ms. Millar, any clarification there? Sound good?
Is there any provision for what happens if she goes into premature labor? Like, is the no contact order temporarily suspended for him to be able to show up at the hospital for the birth of his child? I would assume defense would argue for that.
So it's clear.
No questions, Your Honor. Thank you. Well, not about the
Yep.
language that Your Honor's indicated.
All right, that's what I'm asking.
Nothing from the state.
Okay. All
Is Your Honor
right, so,
granting
yep,
a civil standby?
there is a civil standby, yes, I should make that clear, and that's at the Widgeon Court, so that's what that means, and you'll talk to your attorney more if you need to. But both of you, a civil standby means that Mr. Neese, the only way you can go back to that house is if you have law enforcement escorting you. So when you get out, you can make an appointment with Thurston County Sheriff to escort you back there to get some personal belongings, and then they escort you away and you don't go back otherwise. All right. So we're back on the 29th at 1:30. Anything else, Ms. Millar?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, Ms. Neese, you understand my conditions?
Yeah, I just, if for whatever reason I do end up in labor, if I'm in the hospital, it'd be like a hospital stay and not really a medical appointment. Would he be allowed there as well if that were to happen?
We'll
while
know more
there's-
on Thursday, but you can certainly be in touch with each other about that. But on Thursday, we can certainly talk more about it all.
Okay.
All right, that's it. Then you can leave our meeting and we'll be back on Thursday.
Thank you.
That was crazy. See, I told you guys when we left Judge Ricky's court, I was like, I just got a feeling about Thurston. Yeah. Oh, and that feeling delivered. Wow. All right. I'm going to go for a little bit because I have not eaten yet today. And I'm on like my third round of my medications that I have to take. So I should probably get something in my tummy. And I just put my hand in cat food. Ah. Now I need to wash my hand. I forgot that I squeezed the licky stick over there. Yeah, that's good on me. I need to go wash my hands now. Ugh. That was fun. Oh, I got to show you guys this. This is hilarious. I got a check in the mail. So apparently it's a credit balance, like I overpaid my credit card or something. I seriously got a check for $2. That's 4 whole rolls of pennies, guys. That I can't get. Oh, I'll probably be back after I eat something and maybe watch some body cams or something. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I need to put a Walmart order in. I got to get some stuff delivered. So, oh, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me and sitting through my rage. I'm just glad that second mom didn't bring her kids on. Hey, everybody, come legally violate the no contact order and wave to daddy. Give daddy kisses. You know, some women. Nashville video. Did you put it on Discord? I don't see it. I'm looking. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. Where'd you post it? Sometimes I think you speak another language. Inamavat. 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 I'm making that into a t-shirt, by the way. Okay, well, I'm looking, guys. Okay. Oh, it's a 3-hour long video. I'll Okay. So this is downtown Nashville. I like those light bars on the back of that Jeep. It's pretty spiffy, actually. I probably would be annoyed if I was driving behind them. Oh, look, Jason Aldean. Yeah, it's looks like Wisconsin sometimes. Actually, I bet if we superimpose Wisconsin Dells over top of this, they're pretty close. Yeah. That does not look like fun. No, not even a little bit. Did it show, or was I on screen the whole time? Dag nabbit. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Inamavat. Inamavat. We need to vote on what Inamavat stands for. I think Inamavat is going to be the new cuss word around here. It is. That's scary that he now has 2 people that can understand him. Oh, yeah, I had this is a video you posted in the Mavat. Okay, let me go look. Okay, was it before that one? I'm There's one about bars and clubs. Something you posted specifically to Charlie. You're gonna have to help me out, dude. You have posted a lot of videos in Insomniac Chat, along with Buzzy Pug's adorable pug. everybody's screenshots of their weather updates. That Fart Left a Mark song by Isaiah Brownsuit Jackson. Oh my. Guys, what is going on in this Insomniac chat? I posted Tiny Kitten and Ava and a batch of cookies. Y'all are just, you're wiling out here. All right, here we go. Nope, that was from 12/28. All right, let me check this out. Nope, that's a lot. That's 9 hours and 54 minutes. That's even longer. No, that one's 9 hours and 54 minutes. You said 5 minutes. All right, let me see. I don't know if I can do this one. It's the Fox Weather vehicle driving around with the Fox Weather logo. Yeah, like I said, it does not look like fun. You know what else would not be fun? Being that driver and having to be absolutely silent for 10 hours. I wonder if they stopped at gas stations and stuff for potty breaks. I am not watching 10 hours of that to figure it out, though. Stop. Stop. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's the storm chaser. First no power, now no gas. Oh my gosh. Hey, Manny. I'm just logging off, actually. I'm sorry, buddy. I need to go get something to eat. So, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me in the Mavat. I'll come back on and play some body cams in a little bit. Be safe, be well, stay sweet, and much love.